Hello there, Van. My name is David, and I am making a video response to your video about morning shows and television and skills that we all need, but we don't. And I thought I'd just have a useless rant about it. Let's start with the morning shows. I am not familiar with morning news shows because I work at 7:30 in the morning, and I don't have a break room where I can watch TV. Even if I did, I don't want to. Um, I don't know what kind of shows are there, and I don't miss them. But I can watch Morning Joe on MSNBC or Washington Journal on C-SPAN before I go to work if I'm able to and I feel like it. Fox and Friends, I believe, causes brain damage in small animals, so I don't watch Fox and Friends. Um, so I don't watch the news shows, but as far as soap operas, I really don't miss them at all. The people call them slop operas, and it's all about sex and adultery. And it's so just awful. It's so dirty. It's like softcore porn. Nah, 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 nah. And and for me, it's kind of impossible to get into. I do this. It's like getting to a storyline that's already 6 months old. It's impossible to follow, and you just get. And of course, I was in school at the time, but I do know from my friends talking about it was the big wedding between Luke and Laura on I forget which Luke and Laura. They got married. It was such a beautiful couple, and everybody loved it so much. And I think they got a divorce later on. I don't know, but some of the shows I did watch was I loved watching the game shows like Match Game and Wheel of Fortune with Chuck Woolery and Password and Price is Right with dark haired Bob Barker. And he was a nasty old man, wasn't he? Anyway, I was just curious if anybody who cares to answer this. Back in the day of Wheel of Fortune, they used to have merchandise. They had trips and boats and skis and all that good stuff. And you had your money and you bought and you bought merchandise that you got to keep. Otherwise, if you kept the money and you hit bankrupt, you lost that. Do you think that was better or worse than it is now, where you spin the wheel, you get money, you keep money to the final round, and that's it? And somebody leave a comment below if in case you're interested. Um, what else? What else is there? What trends? There was, of course, all the judge shows, which are all right. People's Court was a real court judge, judging real small claims cases. And then there was another one where it was totally acted out, and I think it's kind of, oh yes, it was all set up so nice, and nobody cares. We don't miss the judge shows. Did you watch the TV talk shows? You had Donahue, who had serious who try to get serious issues talked about. Like you had I think you had Ralph Nader and Pat Buchanan talking about GATT, and you had and he also had him talking about male strippers and all that stuff. And oh, who else was there? Oprah. Oprah's not big, but I remember when she was little, she was small and insignificant. You had Sally Jessy Raphael, whom I'm convinced just hates men, absolutely hates men. She was this horrible little woman, and the others were just like sideshow stuff. So I can't get into morning shows, of course, except for the game shows, which I just love so much. Um, you talk about making your bed. I don't make my bed. I mean, I could if I wanted to, but I can't be bothered because I don't like making my bed. I don't just not like making my bed. I don't like a made bed. I think there's something very uninviting about a made bed because you can't pull the sheets back. You feel like you can't just. I feel like I can't disturb it. Um, no, I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep on going. I just keep the because if I want to go back in bed after work and take a nap, I can. Yes, the bed's just like, come on in. Yes, the water's fine. But I can make my bed if I want to. I just don't. The only time I ever make my bed is after I wash the sheets. And I put the sheets back on the bed, and I kind of make my bed. It's not hospital corners. It doesn't pass a barracks inspection, but it is kind of made pretty good. Um, one thing, the skills I think we should have, we don't, and I don't, is one is that you should be able to sew on a button on a pair of trousers, because I threw my trash away in a dumpster once when I had an apartment, and there were just a whole bunch of men's slacks that were in there. They weren't damaged or stained in any way, but the button just popped off, and I guess someone just wasn't smart enough or didn't have the wherewithal to like, get a button and get some thread and a needle and just fix the damn thing. And of course, I didn't. I just left them there. That's one little skill we should all know about. The other one is fix a flat by the side of the road, which I don't know how to do either. 5 minutes. This was a complete stupid rant, and I'm going to end it right now.